All right, guys, I am soloing it again for our Raw recap. Stay tuned, check it out. Pretty decent show, and the end will shock you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the No Shave Man Cave. I am JTilly, flying solo again while ElliJare is taking care of Mrs. ElliJare. So thoughts and prayers out to him and everything he's going through. Fuck cancer. So I'm just going to say that we're not monetized yet. I can drop the F-bomb. But yeah, so thoughts and prayers to him and his family and everything they're going through. We're thinking about you, brother. Keep the good fight going, and know we're here if you need us. With that, let's jump into the show. So obviously, this is the Raw right after Royal Rumble. We just dropped a video on our quick takes on Royal Rumble, so make sure you check that out too. And there's a live feed if you just kind of want to watch along. Probably not as entertaining now that the Rumble's not on. Hey, but you're welcome to check it out if you want to. Just hit play and play it at the same time, and maybe you'll catch some of the jokes, and we had a good time doing. But this is the first appearance of Jey Uso. So the show starts with a recap of the Rumble, and then Jey Uso doing his traditional walk through the crowd out to the ring. He gets to the ring, takes a long time to finally compose himself and start talking. Pretty emotional. It was a good promo talking about how people keep saying he didn't deserve to be here and all the other negative stuff about him in general. But that his goal was to prove everybody wrong and show that he did deserve to be here. A good babyface promo. We'll see what it turns out to be like. ElliJare and I had conflicting views on this win of the Royal Rumble. So check out our recap show. Kind of hear us go back and forth on what we think might be coming next. He's interrupted by Gunther. Gunther comes out to the ring. Basically, Gunther cuts a promo saying he's happy Jey won, but at the same time, he's not happy because what is beating Jey Uso again going to do for his legacy? He was hoping for someone like Punk or Roman Reigns to win so that it could put another notch in his belt for his legacy as being the most dominant champion. He then tells Jey Uso that he hopes he doesn't choose him, but if he does, be prepared because he was going to make his life a living hell going into WrestleMania and will make WrestleMania the most violent thing ever to happen in the sport against Jey. So that's a big promise to try to keep there, Gunther, but we'll see. If they do decide to go that route, Jey Uso responded by saying he was going to go talk to Cody on Thursday and may stop by NXT. So they're keeping it open, but I believe you're probably going to get Gunther and Jey going into WrestleMania. That'll probably be the program with the winner of the men's going up against Cody. The men's Elimination Chamber, that is, going up against Cody. All right, so we get into our first match about 30 minutes into the show, and it is Penta opening up again. So Penta starts the first. He's been the first match. I believe it's 2 out of the 3 weeks he's been with the company so far. So really, really good thing. Good push for him. This one took a turn I didn't expect. We have Penta and Ludwig. Decent match between the two of them. Kind of the standard we're seeing of Penta right now in the matches. I believe WWE needs to be careful because it could get stale the way they're having him work, because this was kind of the exact same match he worked last week, which is this against Pete Dunn, which is the same match he worked against Chad. So I hope they have a plan for him, but it was very much the same formula. They need to kind of to keep working him. So he does the match. He ends up getting the win at the end after Ludwig beats him down. He gets his sacrifice, they're calling the new arm breaker, and his Mexican destroyer, which I think is funny because now in AEW, Harley Cameron has the Australian destroyer. So I guess that's just we're going with. It's going to be the destroyer from whatever country you're from. He gets the win. Jackie Redmond gets in the ring to do an interview with Penta. And as he's getting ready to start talking, Pete Dunne's music hits. Pete Dunne comes walking towards the ring, and as Penta's looking at him, Ludwig jumps from behind, beats him down, slides out and leaves. and kind of walks by Pete Dunne and gives him a look, and then we cut the segment. Like I said, not where I thought it was going to go. I thought we were going to push Penta into an intercontinental program with Braun Breaker. So putting him in something with Ludwig and Pete Dunne, I don't know if they're going to go 3-way, what the plan is for that. It was interesting. I think they changed the plans for Braun Breaker based on AJ Styles coming back, because later on, I'll talk about it now just to wrap it together. But later on, there's a promo in the backstage, and it's Pierce, and he's talking about how he's just signed the last person for Raw, and that was going to be AJ Styles. He gets interrupted by Braun Breaker, and they have a talk, and he says, "Let's go talk business in the back." So that's where they're going to go with that. So it looks like we're going to have a feud with Penta and Pete Dunne / Ludwig. I don't know how they're going to go with it, but we'll see in the weeks to come. Maybe they'll just blow it off at Elimination Chamber, and then he'll refocus on the Intercontinental title. We get a quick Judgment Day promo in the back. Finn Balor comes back and kind of gets all over Dom about what happened. Where's he? What did he do while he was gone? They injured his partner. They had this and that. And Liv sticks up and says, no, but he got you your elimination match for the your qualification match for the Elimination Chamber. And they like to make this stuff tongue twisting. So that's what we've got. Finn Balor is in, and Liv basically made it sound like Dom did all the work and got all that done because she's got her match also. We come back, and it's Charlotte Flair in the ring. Charlotte Flair cuts a promo, doesn't care that you boo her, cheer her because she loves everybody. She missed it. I think she was getting emotional, but I'm not sure. It was kind of a weird promo. Didn't really have a whole lot of feel to it. She gets interrupted by Rhea Ripley. Basically says, "Hey, pick me if you want, but I already beat you at WrestleMania." And Charlotte says, "Yeah, but I beat you first, so we'll see." And then Rhea says, "I'm not a kid anymore. I was a kid back then." Anyway, just a back and forth. Charlotte leaves it at, I'm going to go check in on NXT first and see what Julie is up to. So I don't know who I'm going to pick yet. So I am hoping to see Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton. I think that would be a better match, and I believe they're going to probably strap up Charlotte at WrestleMania. So I think Tiffany has more to gain from the loss, if that makes sense, than Rhea or Julia. Personal opinion, but that's what you guys check us out for, is our opinions. Then we have the New Day versus Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. New Day come out to their new villain, dark New Day entrance. Pretty cool. Dragon, scary, spooky stuff, but still kind of sticking to that fantasy feel they like to have. Kind of the match you'd expect from the New Day and Rey Mysterio. Logan Paul's music hits midway through the match. He not interferes, but kind of interrupts it, and Rey's talking smack to him. Logan Paul goes and stands by the commentators and gets in fights with fans. And the match ends with Logan Paul tripping up Rey Mysterio so Kofi can get the Trouble in Paradise, and they get the win over the New Day, and Logan Paul laughs and leaves. So guess we're setting up Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. Then we get our first Elimination Chamber qualifier match coming up next. It is, well, as we're getting ready for that, Io Sky is in the back and gets attacked by Liv Morgan. Rhea comes to try to make the save, but Raquel Rodriguez kind of knocks her off. So that kind of sets up the match for Liv Morgan and Io Sky. They go back and forth. They have a decent match. We end up with another wonky finish on this one too. So this is the next match with another wonky finish, but Raquel Rodriguez gets involved. So Rhea comes out to stop Raquel. So she's standing next to the ring, which causes Liv Morgan to grab Rhea by the hair. Rhea turns around and hits Liv Morgan, which causes the disqualification on Io. So now Liv Morgan is moving forward in the Elimination Chamber match, and Io Sky's not. So they get into a confrontation. And Rhea gets in the ring. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Io doesn't take her apology. They kind of get in each other's face a little bit. And that was that match. Good match between the two of them, but a weird, wonky finish. We come back, and next segment is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins cuts a promo about how he didn't accomplish what he wanted to do in the Rumble. However, he goes on and says he's going to tell some people some things they don't want to hear, and he tells them that the OTC or Roman Reigns is out with an injury, and that Paul Heyman and WWE don't want you to know that, but he injured him, and he won't be coming back for a while. He may even miss WrestleMania and blah, blah, blah. And then he calls out Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes out to the ring, and Seth Rollins' basic whole point was to pump Sami Zayn up for his match with CM Punk. He talks about how CM Punk said you're not at his level, and we can't have him talking to you that way. You are at his level. You're better than him, and I need you to get out here and be angry and beat him and end his dream of joining the Elimination Chamber so he can get to WrestleMania. And he leaves the ring. Interesting getup he had. He looked like a cowboy in the black leather and black boots and black hat. It was kind of goofy looking, but that's Seth Rollins. He likes those weird outfits. We come back from the break, and CM Punk's making his entrance. And we have CM Punk versus Sami Zayn. They said for the first time ever. I don't know. I didn't fact check that, but if it was for the first time ever, these guys worked good together. It was a smooth match, kind of back and forth, hard hitting, pretty impressive based on the fact of like what we saw. They were both in the Rumble and all that last night, and this was good. Great back and forth. It took Punk 2 go to sleeps to get the win over Sami. Basically, up, go to sleep. Sami Zayn kicks out. CM Punk gives his shocked face. They go back and forth a little more, and he gets him up and gives him another one. End of the match, he's pointing at the sign. Interesting part of the match is CM Punk kind of worked it like a heel, talking a lot of trash, pointing at the sign while he's punching Sami in the face, that kind of stuff. So very heel worked. But at the end of the match, picks him up, shakes his hand, and they go to leave the ring together as out of nowhere, Kevin Owens shows up and attacks Sami Zayn, knocking CM Punk out to the floor, beats up on Sami Zayn, and picks him up and gives him that package pile driver that he put Cody out with. Didn't see that coming. I mean, I guess maybe the writing was on the wall with the whole thing that happened during the Royal Rumble and the character that that WWE is now trying to use, which is the villain that doesn't see the good in everybody, just like the things going on with Drew McIntyre and him blaming everybody else. This is the new KO too, so obviously he's going to blame Sami, but I'm not mad at it because those two always go out there and put on a great match. These two will probably go into a WrestleMania program. My bet will be some kind of no holds barred or cage or some kind of gimmicked up match at WrestleMania, and I'm here for it, man. That's going to be a good one. I think it's a good program to get into. I think overall Raw, better than last week. I enjoyed it a lot more. I found myself sucked in. I found the fact that they were pushing storylines forward, even though somewhat in directions I wasn't expecting. I'm not mad with them. I think Pete Dunne, Penta, and Ludwig could be a great program. They should work some good matches together. Overall, I went 3 beards on it again. Which is unfair because I felt like last week maybe I was a little more lenient with the 3 beards, but this one I think earned it more with the 3. We'll go 3.5 then, just so I feel better about myself. I enjoyed this one. It flew by, even though there was only I think 4 matches in the 2.5 hours, but I was okay with that because it didn't feel very repetitive and boring. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down there below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you're looking for something new, you should see some videos popping up around us on my head. Go check that out. It'll be our latest and something that they think the algorithm thinks you'll like. Check out our website, noshavemancave.com, where you can get your merch. Should be up and running soon if it's not already. And follow us, No Shave Man Cave, on Twitter, Instagram, NSMC_podcast. Make sure you want to listen to the podcast version of this anywhere you get podcasts from. No Shave Man Cave. Shout out to everybody again. Thoughts and prayers go out to my brother in arms. Everybody else, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the floor.